we'll get started. I'm going to mute you, but I'll keep an eye out and see if anyone comes in as we go. So welcome, nice to see everybody. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started just by warming up our bodies a bit. And we'll start with some shoulder circles. So go ahead and find a comfortable spot on your mat. Feet are about hip distance, nice and strong stance here. And we'll go ahead and rotate those shoulders. Really big circles here. And change direction. It feels good, especially on a cold day, to move the body. And we'll make these circles a little bigger by including the arms now, big arm circles. And change direction. One more big circle. And stop here at the bottom. We'll warm our necks up just a bit, just by looking to the right and looking to the left. One last time, both directions. Nice. We're going to loosen up the spine a bit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slowly let our hands slide down our legs, slowly bringing the back down. If you can round your back, my back is pretty straight in the back area here, but if you can round your back, let your back go all the way down, you're able to touch the ground. And once you touch the ground, let's roll back up. Really imagine that your back can unroll as if it's coiled up, and now it's uncoiling, warming up that spine. We're going to bring the arms all the way up and drop them down into prayer position at our heart. Nice. Let's do that one more time. It's a little chilly outside and we want our spines to be nice and flexible during this session. So again, let those hands slide down the legs. Really visualize each little vertebrae engaged in this roll down. And touch the mat. As soon as you touch the mat, let's unroll back up. Moving up, take those shoulders up, drop them down. Let's bring those arms up. Deep breath in, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And as we start this yoga session, let's set an intention for today's class. And this is your intention for what's happening right now in this hour of yoga. And maybe it's to just relax into this. Maybe it's to not have judgment against yourself, your body, comparing yourself to others. Maybe your intention is to give yourself loving self-care. But let's set our intention for this class. All right, nice. And go ahead and release those arms. And we're going to do some side stretches. Go ahead and place your feet about hip distance apart. Bring those arms up over your head. And let's reach up towards the ceiling so you feel that stretch all the way through your core, through the front of your body, through the side of your body. And go ahead and drop that right hand down, bring the left hand over, and really push that opposite hip out, getting a nice stretch all the way across the side of your body here. Extend a little further. Extend just a bit further. And release. Let's bring that arm back up, reach up towards the ceiling. And let's alternate, do the other side. Drop that left hand down, maybe it touches your thigh. Opposite hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Feeling that stretch all the way through your hip. Extend up a little higher, feel that stretch a little deeper. A little further. And release, bring both arms up. Inhale, exhale down. Let's do those side stretches again, both arms up, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, let's lean towards the right. Nice deep stretch. From here, take the hand that's raised and point it towards me. And as you do so, you're going to shift your body and move into a lunge position. And so I was standing forward, and all I'm doing is twisting into this lunge position here. In this position, take that back leg and shoot the heel as close to the mat as you're able to. Front leg as parallel to the ground, but don't let that knee pass your ankle. Extend those arms outwards, open up your chest. Hold it just for a second. Bring those arms back up. Twist facing me. Nice. And drop those hands back down. Nice. Deep breath in, arms up. And let's do our stretch to the opposite side. Extending that arm up. From here, take that arm pointed towards me. Twist your body into a nice lunge. Take that back leg, extend that heel towards the mat. Chest is open. Arms are extended out. If you're able to sink down a little deeper, you can do that. Arms up, face me, and release. Nice. Let's do both sides one more time. Deep breath in, raising those arms up, extend up towards the ceiling. Let's do that stretch to the right. Bring that arm up and drop it towards me as you rotate into a high lunge here. Take that back leg, push it straight, trying to touch your heel to the mat. Open up that chest, arms extending out. Raise those arms up as you turn towards me and release. Other side, deep breath in. Let's tilt over, a nice stretch. My left hand is resting on my leg. Opposite hand extending up towards the ceiling. Lift up a bit. Let that hand drop towards me as you pivot into a high lunge. Extend that heel back, straightening that back leg. Opening up the arms, opening up the chest. Bring those arms back up. Let's turn forwards and drop those hands down. Nice, great work. We're going to move into our warrior position. So I'm going to find myself at the front of my mat. And then from this position, you can choose either side that you'd like to step back. But go ahead and choose a leg and step back. I'm going to have a nice wide stance here. Back foot is perpendicular with the front foot. Let's open up those arms. I can turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better. Extend those arms up. Legs are strong. This is warrior position. Nice, strong body. Go ahead and flip that front palm up, opening up towards the energy. Remind yourself what your intention is for today. Let that energy move up the arm into your body. Let it sink inside your heart. I'm going to go ahead and take my front hand, lower it down, have it rest on my front knee. Opposite hand reaches up towards the ceiling. You should feel this stretch all the way down where it connects to the hip right here. Back leg is nice and strong, secure on the mat. Extend that arm up a little higher towards the ceiling. The hand that's up, imagine it can reach up towards the ceiling, and as it reaches up, it's going to pull your body up back into your warrior position. Nice strong stance here. I'm going to reverse and go to the opposite direction. Drop that hand back to the back of your leg. Front hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Now you feel that stretch all the way down the front of your body, connecting to the hip, the ilium muscle right here. Maybe you can sink down a little deeper. Extending the arm up, sinking the body down. If it feels good, you can look up. Visualize that hand that's reaching up towards the ceiling as it brings your body back up into your warrior position. From here, let's straighten that front leg. So now both legs are nice and straight. Arms are extended out. And then take that front hand and lean it forward. Back hand raises up towards the ceiling. Maybe your hand goes to your knee. Maybe it goes to your shin. Maybe it goes all the way down to the mat. However you feel comfortable today. You can look straight ahead, or you can look up at that raised hand, looking up at the ceiling, or up at the sky if you're outside. Extend that energy up a little higher. Take a deep breath. It's actually harder to hold these stances for a little bit. Build that core strength. Build your patience. The hand that's up, visualize it reaching up towards the ceiling as it pulls your body upward. Legs are straight, body is strong. Now we're going to lean back. Let that hand drop to the back leg as the front arm raises up. Again, my legs are straight. Reach up towards the ceiling. I feel that stretch all the way down to my hip, past my hip to that front leg, all the way to my toes, the ball of my feet. And bring that arm back down, arms out wide. Nice. We're going to move back into a high lunge. So go ahead and open up those arms, shift your front foot, and bring it down into a lunge here. Arms are open, back foot is on the ball. Front foot is flat. Push that leg back, back foot is flat. If you're able to touch the heel, otherwise you're up on the ball of your foot. Opening up that chest. Can you sink down just a little deeper? We're going to take both our hands, bring them to that front foot. So both hands are coming down. From here, let's see if we can sink down just a little deeper. What we're doing is we're stretching the inside of our thighs right here, just letting the body rest down. Stretching out the legs. Go ahead and push back up into that lunge, but leave your hands down. I have one hand on the outside of my foot and the other hand on the inside of my foot. I'm going to raise that inside hand, point it up towards the ceiling as we enter our first twist. Go ahead and lower that hand down. Raise the opposite hand up. You might feel the stretch across your hip, through your shoulder. And go ahead and lower that hand down. Let's pop that that back foot up to join the front foot. If you need to walk it up, use your hand to help bring it up. And slowly curl up all the way to a standing position. Take your shoulders up towards your ears. Roll them back and drop them down. Whew, nice, all right. Let's do the opposite side. So if your left foot was back, now we're going to put our right foot back. Go ahead and step that right foot back. Make sure you're in a nice, strong stance here. Again, this is warrior position. My back foot is flat. It's perpendicular with my front foot, as if my heel was aligned with the arch of my foot. Raise those arms up, full of energy, extending that energy out. Open up that palm. Remind yourself what your intention is for this session. Is it to be fearless, to let go of judgment, self-love, whatever that is, let that energy flow through the hand, through the arm and into your heart. Extend that energy out a little more. Let's drop that front hand to the front knee, back hand comes up towards the ceiling. Feel the energy all the way down to your feet. Extend that arm up higher. Breathe into this position. The hand that's raised up, visualize it going up all the way up to the heavens. And as you reach up, it's going to pull your body up, back into your warrior position. Nice and strong. Now we're going to lean back, let that back hand touch the back of your leg. Front hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Legs are still nice and strong. You can look forward or you can look up. Your energy is moving up, but yet sinking down at the same time. Visualize your hand reaching up through the heavens, bringing your body back into your warrior position. From here, let's straighten your legs. Legs are nice and straight. Legs are straight. I'm going to take that front hand, drop it down. Maybe it drops down to my knee, to my shin, all the way down to the mat or to a block. Other hand is pointing up towards the ceiling. Energy moving in opposite directions. Breathe into this pose. Open up your chest as much as you're able. You can feel this stretch in my hip. Feel it on the inside of my hamstrings. The arm that's raised up, visualize it moving up towards the clouds, towards the heavens. As it does, it brings your body upward. Nice, strong star position here. And let's tilt back. And that back hand rests either on the thigh, down to the shin as the front hand moves up towards the ceiling. Again, legs are straight, nice and strong, connected to the earth. Other hand reaching up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all the way across the front of your body. Extend up a little higher. As I extend up, it pulls my body back up into my star position here. Nice. From here, we're going to move back into our high lunge. So I rotate back. I'm on the ball of my back foot. Front foot is nice and secure. If you're able to sink down, you can sink down, really work those thighs. Do not let that front knee pass that front ankle. Nice and strong, working on balance, working on core. Visualize your feet connecting to the earth as we hold this position. Nice. Let's take both hands, bring them to that front foot. From this position, let's go and sink down as we stretch the inside of our legs, our thighs. And bring your body back up, but keep your hands down. Remember, in this position, I have one hand on the outside of my foot, one hand on the inside. I'm going to release one hand, point it up towards the ceiling as I go into another twist. And go ahead and bring that hand down, and let's lift the other hand up. And bring that hand down, nice. And we're going to take that back foot, pop it up to the front foot. Let's stay in this position My feet are together, my hands are on the ground. I'm scrunched down just a bit. From here, I'm gonna let my weight move onto my hands as I lift one foot up as high as I'm able. The leg that's standing can be soft, it can be straight, whatever is comfortable. One leg is lifting up as high as I'm able towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and lower that raised leg, let it join the foot on the ground. And go ahead and squat down. Deep breath in. Lift those hips back up. Hands still on the ground. Let's raise that opposite foot now. Again, that leg that you're standing on can be soft. You can bend that knee. Other legs lifting up as high as you're able. Head is dropped down. And bring that foot to join the other foot. Let's squat down. Nice. Now we're all a little bit different in this squat position. Some of us are more flexible. I'm going to move my hands to the inside of my thighs, open up those legs. Some of you may be able to have your foot flat on the ground. I am not that flexible. My heels are up up above, and I'm up on the balls of my feet. But I'm squatting down. From here, I'm going to work on my balance by raising up my hands, setting them onto my thighs. Just for a moment here. Nice. From here, we're going to come to standing. You may be able to stand straight up using the strength of your legs, or you may need to put your hands back down onto the mat just to assist a little bit as you raise up to a standing position. Arms up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to prayer. Nice. Very good. All right. I'm going to take a wide stance. I'm stepping on the outside of my mat. My hands are just a little wider here. My feet are out. My feet are still pointing forward. Hips are pointing forward. From this position, I'm just going to hinge forward. And so I don't let my back round. Hinge from the hips all the way down. Maybe your hands come to your knees. Maybe they go to your shins. I'm going to bring them all the way down to the mat. Back is straight. Legs are straight right now. Breathe in and out. From this position, I'm going to bend my right knee and I'm going to shift my weight over to that right side. This is going to be a nice stretch on the inside thigh of the opposite leg. Maybe you can bring it all the way down to that squat position. One leg's extended out. Bring your body upright. Nice. Let's go back to the center. You might need your hands to help as you push your body up, back to the center. Hands are touching the mat. Back is flat. Legs are straight. Visualize energy moving out the crown of your head and out your tailbone, opposite directions. And we're going to shift over to the opposite side, bending that left knee, squatting down. Breathe into this tightness. Let's bring the body upright. And let's go ahead and push our body up, back to center. Back is straight. We're going to do both sides one more time. Let's shift over to the right. And as we shift to the right, this time take that leg that's extended, rotate it up so that the toe is facing the ceiling. Turn your body and face that foot. Nice stretch up the hamstrings here. A little bit of balance work. Let's rotate that foot back down. Come back to center. Back is straight. Energy moving out both directions to the crown, to the tailbone. And we're going to shift over to the opposite side. Take that right foot, rotate it up towards the ceiling. Turn your body facing that foot. Nice stretch up this hamstring here. Again, working on our balance. And rotate that foot back down. Move your body back to center. Back is straight. Hands are touching the mat. I'm going to do one more twist here. Let's leave one hand on the ground. Take that other hand, raise it up towards the ceiling. Visualize your hips remaining level. Only the upper body is twisting. I'm going to lower that hand. And let's raise up the other hand, up towards the ceiling. And lower that hand down. Leaving your hands on the ground, soften those knees, drop your hips. We're going to raise our bodies up into a nice goddess position here. Bring those arms up. Now my feet are pointing at a 45-degree angle. My knees are matching this direction. Sinking down, arms, cactus arms or goddess arms. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Let's visualize that we have a big ball in front of us, and let's squeeze that ball. And now we're going to visualize that we have these rubber bands wrapped around our hands. We're going to pull those rubber bands apart. And let's just do this for a count of 5. 1, open up. 2, squeeze, open up. 3, squeeze. Sink down a little deeper. 4, open up. 5, really imagine you've got this ball, it's really inflated, you're squishing it hard, and these rubber bands are super tight. As you pull them open, and relax. All right, let's stretch those legs out. Great work. Okay, we'll do a sun salutation. The sun salutation is one movement moving quickly into another movement. And we're going to align this movement with some breath. And we'll do 3 of these. So go ahead, find a comfortable position with your feet the same distance as your hips. And remember, you can do this by putting your fists together and put them between your knees and then down between your feet. And then you know that everything is in alignment with your hips. Tuck that tailbone underneath, roll the shoulders up and drop them down. Nice. Feel the connection to the earth and visualize your feet rooting through all the way down into the dirt, all the way to the core of the earth. And bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. And from this position, we're going to take our fingers and we're going to interlace them. And on a deep breath in, exhale, push those palms towards me. Inhale, raise them up over your head. Stretch all the way to your core, all the way to your feet. Exhale, move the hands into goddess. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale, we're going to hand foot only halfway down, hands to the knees, back is flat. Visualize energy shooting out the roof of your head. Inhale, back up. Arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale all the way back to prayer. Let's interlace those fingers. Inhale. Exhale, push out. Inhale up. Exhale into goddess. Inhale back up. I'm going to add a little bit more movement here. Exhale, let's go all the way down, touch your toes. Inhale, let's raise to our halfway position. Exhale, back down to the toes. Soften your knees. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale to prayer. One more move. Let's go ahead and take those hands into interlacing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, push them towards me. Inhale, raise up towards the ceiling. Exhale into goddess. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, hinge all the way down to the mat. Inhale, raise halfway. Really visualize that energy shooting out the back and the top of the head. Exhale, hands back down towards the ground. Soften your knees. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. Leaving our hands in our prayer position at our heart, let's squat down into a chair position. And so I'm shooting my hips back as far as I'm able to. Hands are pushing against each other. Arms are energized. I'm going to take these elbows and I'm going to alternate them. I'm going to take my right elbow, put it onto my left knee. Look in the same direction as your hands. Feel that twist all the way through your hip. And bring your hands back to center. Let's push up. Arms all the way up. And exhale out. Nice. We'll do the opposite side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let's squat down into our chair position. Really push those hips out. Elbows up. Now I'm going to take that left elbow to the right knee, looking in the same direction. Deep breath. Bring your arms back forward. Push, push, push through those thighs. Raise those arms up as you inhale in. Exhale, pushing the air down. Nice. Good work. All right. From this position, we're going to move back into that squat again. So I'm going to move back down towards the mat. And so you can slide your hands down, nice and slow, all the way down. Put your hands onto that mat, into this squat position. This is a really powerful position. This is a good move to go into in the morning. And so I'm going to move my hands to the inside of my thighs so that my thighs are opening up. Again, if you're able to leave your feet flat on the ground, that's great. I'm not as flexible, so I'm up on the balls of my feet. And so in the morning, we want to move into this position. This is a great position to release our bowels, which I know in Western society, we often don't feel comfortable talking about this, but in the morning is the best time for us to release all of this that has been, our body's been working on in the evening. And this is that reminder to the body to allow this to happen. All right. So from this position, I'm going to move to a seated position. So I can put my hands behind me and let my hips go all the way down to the mat here. Nice. I have my nose a little bit closer here. From the seated position, we're going to move up to a boat pose. And we're going to use our hands to help us in the beginning. So my knees are bent, my feet are flat on the ground, my hips are connected to the earth. Let my hands go behind me. Fingers are pointing behind me. They're not pointing at me. I have them pointing outwards. Thumbs are out. Soften those elbows. I'm going to raise my knees up. Nice, easy position here. Arms are helping to support me. Feet are raised up. Let's see if you can raise them up so that they're parallel to the ground. And let's walk those hands up forward and see if you can raise them up and rest them onto those legs. Let's see if you can extend that energy out. Hands are pointing in the same direction as the feet. And go ahead and lower those feet. Bring those hands back behind you. And from this position, let's push those hands and push that chest out, let the head drop back. bring that head back forward. Nice counter move to this boat move. Let's raise those feet again. Bring those knees up. Let's raise them a little higher so they're parallel with the ground. Bring those arms back forward. Maybe you can rest them on the mat, or maybe you feel confident enough to bring them up. We want them to be moving in the same direction as the feet. Visualize your back nice and straight, feet nice and strong, arms extended out. And drop those feet down. Bring those hands back behind you. Push, opening up the chest, let that head drop back. And go ahead and bring that foot back up. Leave my one knee bent and extend one foot out in front of me. I'm going to take that foot and cross it over. I'm going to do another twist. And so I've got my right leg twisted over my left. I'm going to go ahead and look over my right shoulder. Back is nice and straight and looking behind me. Bring your body back forward. Let's look over the opposite side. And bring it back forward. Let's do that twist one more time. And this time let's raise those arms up as we kind of propeller behind us. Extending that energy out. And bring those arms forward. And we're going to propeller back the other direction. And bring those arms forward. Let's drop them down. Nice. I'm going to take this foot and set it down. Let's bring that other leg up. I'm in a nice twist here. And I'm going to twist over my left shoulder, looking behind me. And bring your body forward. Let's twist opposite side. And bring your body forward. Nice. Open up those arms. Let's propeller back. And bring those arms forward. And let's move the opposite side. And bring those arms forward. Let's drop them down. Let's bring both knees up and give yourself a hug. You can drop that head down if it feels comfortable, stretching through the spine down the top of the upper back. And raise back up. All right, we're going to move to our knees. We're going to do all fours, knees and hands. So if you need to drop your knees to the side to move up, cross your legs, however it feels comfortable to move your body into a table position here. Hands down on the mat, directly underneath your shoulders, knees on the mat. Check your feet. I'm going to have my feet up on the balls of my feet. Palms extended out, really visualize them sucking to the mat directly underneath your shoulders here. Nice strong tabletop position, visualize your back straight, visualize energy shooting from the crown of your head, from your tailbone in opposite directions, beginning at the heart, extending out. Nice strong push up through those hands, up through the shoulders, feel the energy moving through your spine. Push, push against the ground. Feel that energy pushing up against the earth as your body moves up. And release. Let's do our cat-cow. So we're going to drop that belly as we look up and then curl that back as we look down. We're moving to some nice slow moves, cat-cow. Moving fluid through the back. One more, both direction. And back to a nice strong tabletop. You want a nice strong tabletop because we're going to use this to balance as we lift one hand up. And so make sure you're nice and strong, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Let's raise one hand up. Once we feel comfortable, let's raise that opposite foot back. I've got a cabinet behind me. Again, that energy begins at the heart, shooting out forward and back, opposite directions. Nice, strong body. Breathe into this balance. You're strong, you're powerful. And go ahead and drop that hand, rest that leg back down. And do the opposite side now. Find that strong position. Really extend those fingers out. Feel the palms pushing against the earth, really extending that energy down. I'm going to raise that opposite arm up now, nice and strong. Once you feel comfortable, let's put the other behind leg out, extend that energy out. Nice long lean body, energy moving from the heart forward and behind you. Breathe into this balance. Go ahead and lower that hand, drop that leg back down, nice. I'm going to do another twist. I'm going to take that right hand, I'm in my tabletop position, and I'm going to let that hand slide underneath me as my shoulder continues all the way down to the mat, leaving my hips up, keeping my hips as level as possible. I don't know if you can see me. Resting the shoulder onto the mat. Breathe into this twist. Go ahead and raise your body back up. Push against that hand that's on that. Sliding the other hand out. Go back to that strong tabletop position. Always back to the original position. Nice and strong here. Back is straight. Arms are strong. Let's take that other hand, slide underneath, all the way till the shoulder touches the mat. Visualize your hips being level. And push against the mat. Bringing your body back up into this tabletop position. Make sure those toes are curled underneath. Strong tabletop position. I'm going to push to the balls of my feet, raising my hips up into my downward dog. From my downward dog position, arms are pushing energy up towards the ceiling. Push your chest towards your knees. Extend those heels down if you're able. Let's go ahead and walk our dogs. Go ahead and bend one knee, then the other. Extend that heel as close to the mat as you're able. And both feet on the mat. I'm going to shift my chest, my weight over my hands into a plank position. Just for a second here. Body nice and strong, hands extending towards the earth, pushing energy up the arms, raising my body up. This is tough. Take a deep breath in and out. And let's go back into our downward dog and walk those dogs. Let your knees bend. Nice. Let's go ahead and drop those knees back down to the mat, back into our tabletop. I'm going to sit back onto my heels and go into a child's pose. Your arms can extend out in front of you as your chest rests on your thighs. Let that head drop down. Go ahead and come back up. I'm gonna find a seated position. My legs are crossed in front of me. I'm facing the camera. You guys are so low, I can't see you. I hope that you guys are all still there. Okay, thank you. Thanks, I appreciate that. All right, seated position here. Let's go ahead and put our soles of our feet together in our butterfly position. And we're not going to flutter these butterflies. I had heard that this is really hard on the tendons in here. It keeps the legs straight. And we have a couple options on how to stretch our thighs in here. You can hold onto your ankles and use your arms to press down. You can hang onto your feet and pull your body forward. I like to reach my hands underneath my legs, and then I can extend that energy up. My back is straight, hinging at my hips, opening up my inside thighs. Nice butterfly position here. Opens up the thighs, but it also releases any tension in the lower back. And go ahead and bring your body back up. Bring those knees back together. I'm going to scoot up. I'm going to lie on my back. And so as I lie down on my back, my feet are still going to be connected to the earth bent. I'm going to open my arms like airplanes. So my back is flat on the ground, arms open up. Because my knees are bent, I'm able to push that little curl of my lower back flat against the mat. So imagine your hip curling under, flatten that entire back. Press that lower back against the mat. Arms are open nice and wide. Let's go ahead and lift those knees up. Now my legs, my shins and my calves are parallel with the ground. Arms open like airplanes. I'm going to let my knees drop to the right as I look to the left. A nice spinal twist. Bring those knees back up. Again, nice strong position before we move to the opposite side. Legs are parallel. Let's drop them to the other side as I look to the opposite direction. And bring those knees back up. In this position, take those hands, put them to your knees. We'll do some circles. A great way to give your lower back a massage. Let's change direction. In this position, go ahead and straighten those legs up towards the ceiling. Open those arms up like airplanes one more time. Push that lower back against the mat. And then take those hands and reach up towards your knees, maybe towards your ankles. If you're able to lift your shoulders up off the mat, great. Extend a little higher. And then go ahead and drop those shoulders back down. Take one leg and cross it over. So this is our figure 4. I'm going to take my hands, reach through that opening to the back of my leg, interlace my fingers, and I'm going to bring that knee towards my face. Let your head rest on the mat as you bring those legs forward. A nice hip opener. And let's release that grasp. Bring both feet back up towards the ceiling. Open those arms up like airplanes. Push that lower back against the mat. And let's switch legs. I'm going to cross that ankle over my knee. Reach through that figure 4, interlacing my fingers. Let the head rest on the mat as you bring those legs towards you. Nice. Release that grip. Feet go back up towards the ceiling. Let's bend those knees. Drop your feet to the ground. Keep your knees bent. We're going to open up those knees, keeping the soles of your feet together as we move into a cobbler position. So this is kind of like the butterfly position, only now I'm lying down, but my legs are open. Take those arms up over your head, and then rest them behind your head, interlacing those fingers. This looks like a very relaxing pose. This is a cobbler pose. It's great for opening up the hips, releasing any tension across the lower back. Breathe into this position, releasing any tension in the body. Nice. Go ahead and bring those knees back together. Pull them close to your chest as you give yourself a hug. And then let's begin rocking in this curled position. Let's go ahead and roll. Now we're going to give our whole spine a massage as we roll back and forth. And let's come all the way up to a seated position here. Deep breath in. Relax your shoulders. Let's rest our hands on our knees, palms up. Think about your intention for this class. Were you able to remind yourself of what your intention is? Did you follow through with what your intention was? There's no judgment. Just kind of an aha, yeah, I was able to follow what I intended for today, or maybe I need to work on this. I'm going to do just a little bit of breath work. And I think it helps to put our hands on our belly. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, the belly grows. And as you exhale, it closes in. And so we're going to breathe in deeply, opening up that belly, exhaling deeply, concaving that belly. I'm going to do this for a count of 10. We're going to start doing it with our mouth open because this is a great way to bring oxygen into the body. This is one of the ways that we use to heal our body. And if you've heard of Wim Hof is the Iceman. He uses his breath to do some amazing things with his body. He can hike in freezing temperatures, swim in freezing water just by using his breath to control what's happening. And so we're going to start that practice. And so we're going to inhale in, exhale out. And let's do this for a count of 10. And let's begin. And release. Nice. Get that motion going. You might feel a little lightheadedness. That's that shift in oxygen level within our body. I'm going to do that again. This time, let's try with our mouth closed, only going through our nose. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And one more time for a count of 10. Nice, and release. Back to normal breath. We'll do it one more time through our nose. This time at the end, that last exhale out, we're going to leave it out as long as we can. Keep that breath out. We're not going to inhale until we definitely need to bring that breath in. So go ahead and put that hands back on the belly, breathing through the nose for a count of 10. But at that end, exhale, push it all out and hold as long as you can and begin. Hold it. Hold it as long as you can. You can do this. And breathe in. Nice, bring your breath back to normal. Relax your shoulders, arms up. Maybe you feel some tingling in your fingers. A little lightheadedness across the forehead. This is a great practice. We should be doing this maybe 3 times a day. Re-energizing the body, detoxing the lungs, detoxing the blood. Helps to bring focus. Nice. All right. Deep breath in, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands towards your heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right. From my heart to your heart, namaste. All right, nice. All right. It was so great to see everybody. Nice to do a yoga class. I missed this.
Thank you. I have a question for you. Why did you say fluttering your legs while in butterfly is not good?
So when I was training so for a while I trained to be a physical therapist, and what we were taught is not to bounce, that it actually might hyperextend.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with